All right. Okay. Well, give me a minute here. Let me copy. All right. I know the other stream. Um, Say no to Scientology's cult. Welcome from Jersey. Nice to have you here. Um, I'm going to. I don't think I can chat from here. Give me a quick second. It might buffer for just a second, but I need to put the link in and pin it. Give me a quick second, and I will do so. Uh, okay, I think I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Hawk fan, what's up, man? Nice to have you here. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. So we're good. Let me put it this way. That way guests can join. Um, I'll just have to keep checking that. Thanks, Hawk fan. Nice to see you here, Hawk fan. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. Me, not so much today. Just got back from a trial for Kyle Vincent that not guilty on all five counts, man. It's a tough pill to swallow. I kind of went off on my last stream and I ended it so quickly because somebody kept calling me and I thought it was an emergency, but it was nothing. But anyways, old guy Mitch, welcome. Nice to have you here. Um, Ellie, nice to have you here too. I've had a chance to, I guess, calm down. You guys want to really see me go off. Then the last one that I entitled "A Bitter Pill to Swallow." You guys could really see what happened and how I felt, and I still feel that way. Um, it was really disappointing, and I'm still disappointed. Hey, girl, nice to have you here. Appreciate you guys being in here and showing some love and support today, because today I think I really, really need it. I don't know how else to put it other than another cop gets away with another crime. And the odds are really stacking up against the citizens. And I'm a Second Amendment guy, but I don't carry a gun. I don't own a gun. But I'm just now starting to really understand what the Second Amendment really means. I'm really starting to understand. Actually, it's too much light in here, I think, guys. Maybe that's a little bit better. Ghost Eagle, welcome. Nice to have you here. Um, I'm doing a very impromptu video. There is a just JBat, welcome. Just watched the video and read the story and 100% agree with you. So disappointing. Yeah, I mean, look, it's this is a well thought out position on my part. It's not me just blowing smoke and me just being anti-cop. I've been accused of that so much. Being anti-cop. I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-bad cop. I'm a little different than most auditors, because all of them will tell you. I don't think the vast majority of cops are bad. I do. I do. And I have reasons to. And one of the main reasons that I feel that way is because they have a saying called see something, say something. Carrie Ann, welcome. Martha, thank you. Good thing you don't live in LA. Uh, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Martha Meringue. Um, say no to Scientology's cult. Welcome. Well, it's not a matter of I can't stand cops. Say no to Scientology's cult. There's, God damn it, man. People keep emailing me. I'm okay, guys. I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm not, you know, I'm not, I'm not in that mental state. I've been there, and I know how that feels, and I appreciate everybody's concern. I'm okay. I'm distraught. I am feeling a little down. I am feeling, this is a normal reaction to disappointing things in life. You know, you kind of, like I said in the last stream, I entitled it "A Bitter Pill to Swallow." So it's it is a bitter pill to swallow. It's, you know, it's egregious, and we all as citizens should kind of feel the same way. Ah, fuzzy pink handcuffs. Welcome, Hawk fan. Vent it out, buddy. I know that's all I can do, Hawk fan. And thank you. Say no to Scientology's cult. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Um, you know, just to have a little bit of empathy and sympathy for other people. I preach this all the time. I mean, Hawk fan can tell you when I started this channel. I think Hawk fan was one of my first 100 subs, even 50 subs. I'm not sure, Hawk fan. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But ever since I first started this channel, I always do this thing at the end of the streams where I talk about mental health and you know, reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that helps. But just remember, if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you're their favorite. And then I give the hotline 988 if you're in North America and all that. But that is really true. You know, you always have to think about those things. You know, there's always somebody out there that cares about you, that loves you, that thinks about you, that that wants the best for you, and things of that nature. And I have people like that in my life. You know, I really do. I got Bernie. I've got my parents. I've got my son. I've got my daughter. I've got, um, you know, I have friends like Ellie and Jen and K Dot and Mike and all these people that really do want it, what's in my best interest. So, you know, from that standpoint, I'm very, very blessed. I'm very happy. I'm very, very content with that, because these are things that I didn't have in the past, you know, and I did come to to those type of, you know, those feelings that people have when they're calling those hotline numbers, or they're reaching out to somebody that they know, love, and trust. I'm trying to see, is my camera okay? Hold on. Is that any better? Might be better. Um, but this is one of those days where you know, you really hope and you really think that this is the time where justice is going to be served, and people are going to respect the rule of law, and it's going to work the right way. We're really good. Finally, this is a case that we can look up to and say, you know what, this justice system has a chance of working. This it has a chance of doing the right thing. It has a chance of of helping and doing those type of things, and it just wasn't the case today, guys. It just wasn't the case today. It wasn't the case today. All right, let me add K dot to this stage. There we go. K dot, are you there?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, buddy. Sorry, I had you backstage. I didn't realize that you were there. I'm on the phone, so I don't really know how to do StreamYard on phone, but I hope I'm doing a decent job of it. How are you doing, K dot?
Uh, you know, incredibly disgusted, honestly,
Yeah.
to say the least. This is the disappointing. This is not the so good side about civil rights activism. Um, this is the part to where, like, sometimes you question what you're doing, and
Yeah.
but we can't. But the thing is, we can't question our purpose because at the end of the day, there's folks out there that need us,
Yeah.
and we're gonna deliver. And unfortunately, uh, this might hurt Vanessa's case as far as the chief, um, for sure, because they're gonna use this against her when she does the lawsuit. Because they're gonna be like, oh well, look, she's incompetent. She fired a good officer who was only trying to protect himself because the gun was getting grabbed. Like,
That's something that I didn't get into, Kate, and I'm glad you brought it up. There are repercussions with this particular case that are probably going to resonate nationwide. Um,
correct.
Colorado has no qualified immunity, but well, like I was saying earlier, Kate, I don't know if you caught it, but um, qualified immunity doesn't mean shit if you got juries that are willing to let these cops get away with literal murder and beatings and rapings and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying, Kate? Like what difference does it make whether or not the state has qualified immunity if you can't even get a conviction to begin with? So what are we doing here? You know, what is what's the play here? What I understand what you're saying. Like because I almost feel like that, Kate. I almost feel like but you're right. We are incredibly important to this community, and we can't just simply stop doing what we do just because we got one bad jury. Um, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep battling. Keep trying because these citizens are crying out, K dot. How many times have you and I have gotten phone calls in the middle of the night, or emails, or things of that nature, begging and pleading for help, and can you help me with this? I'm so lost. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. How many times have we dealt with that, K dot, where we're compelled to do this? This is our calling. This is what we do.
Plenty of times, plenty of times. Uh, and we're talking about crying, meeting with parents um who are incredibly upset and disappointed and hurt because their child or loved one was abused or taken out fatally by police,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And unfortunately, that's what we have to deal with. But as far as this trial goes, usually I'm critical of the jury, but I know a few of them fought, and I think that's why it took so long because they were relentless and like, okay, fuck it, I'm not being heard. You know, we gotta convict this guy, I guess. And I believe the jury was persuade in an emotional way.
Yeah.
Because remember that's what I had stated yesterday. Uh, on that, and and that's the unfortunate part, bro. Like that's the unfortunate part, and it's just I'm just like fucking pissed, man. And I thank you. I want to say thank you to you because you covered it, and I know it was a long day for you, and I appreciate you getting through that, and and thank you for putting in the efforts to report that information to the people. So,
That's something I want to touch on too, K Dot.
uh-huh.
I was the only one. I'm the only one reporting on this right now. There's no lamestream media there. They were
Nope.
there this morning because they thought it was going to be real quick and easy
Yeah.
and whatever. But I'm the only one that was in that courtroom.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Matter of fact, at the end when the verdict came in, it was the piece of shit officer. I think his name is Hillcrest Hillbrandt. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but it was him and his family, and the lawyers, the judge, the court reporter, and me, and that was it in the courtroom.
So there was nobody. Was it like uh, was it like a good the same amount of people that were on his side when we were up there a couple of days ago, or no?
There was nobody, K Dot. The only person sitting on his side was me. That was it. That was it.
Wow.
Nobody was there. Not any of Kyle Vincent's family, not not any reporters. Nobody was sitting on Kyle Vincent's side but me. That
So
was
can I
it.
ask you a question? Now
Yep.
I'm gonna uh be an analyst here.
Yep.
What were the emotions of the jury when the verdicts were read?
One of the jurists, it was a white female,
Mhm.
was crying.
She was
Um,
crying.
yeah, yeah, she had
Oh
tears
wow.
down. She was wiping her tears. The rest of the jurors were like another day at the office, like very casual. The one black female juror, the only black person on that jury, had her head hung and seemed very solemn. So you can only imagine what she was going through
Okay.
during that whole process.
Was she hanging her head because she was tired, or was she
No, I think it was disgust and disappointment, Kate. Now that I
okay?
think about it, it
Okay.
wasn't, I'm tired. None of them looked tired. Like they all looked fairly,
Very
fairly,
well rested.
yeah, in the moment, whatever. I will say this, the jury was focused the entire time. I'm not putting my entire blame on the jury because it's the whole system, K dot. It's the
Yeah.
whole damn system. It's we've got to start from the ground up with the judicial system, just like we've got to do the same thing with the cops. I've talked about this before with cops, K dot. Like you and I have had these deep conversations about it, and I truly feel that it starts with the hiring, right?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
truly feel it's the same way with the judicial system. We have literally a bunch of corrupt lawyers and judges that get along. I mean, after this thing was done, they were all shaking hands. They were very congratulatory to the judge. They were. I mean, it was like no big. I mean, they golf with each other. K dot.
It's like after a basketball game ended, right?
Yeah,
You
just
know,
like that. Like
good
oh,
sport. You
high
know,
five and shake hands and let's go have dinner afterwards type. That's what I felt. I mean, I'm not going to bash the prosecution because they did a good job. From what I was there, and I know what you relate to me, you were there yesterday, K dot. It was very, um, how should I say? They were on point, right? They did exactly what they were supposed to do. And when I talked to the lawyer, his name is Tom Burke, I think his name is, for the prosecution before the verdict. I asked him, I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, we feel pretty good, but you never know with juries, they're unpredictable.
Is this after the trial or?
No, this is before the verdict when we went in.
So
Because
were you able to get a statement from him after the verdict?
no. Nobody wanted to
Okay.
talk after KDOT.
Okay.
The lawyers had to stay after to talk to the judge for something for some reason. I don't know what that was all about, but the jury left and they were all milling around and I did real quickly talk to Tom and none of them were willing to do an interview and for good reason. They just lost a major case, KDOT. I wouldn't
Yeah, for
I
sure.
wouldn't want to talk about it either. That's a blemish on my record and all that stuff. But what I did get from Tom before we went in there is I could tell there was a little hesitancy and kind of hemming and hawing type thing and really nice guy. I mean, Tom Burke, he's a really nice dude. I'm sure the defense guys are nice too, but they're
Yeah.
they're protecting criminals, K Dot. I mean, I can't look at it's like how people were outraged with the O.J. Simpson trial after that happened, after he was found not guilty.
Uh-huh.
That sense of outrage that everybody had.
Yeah.
That's how I felt personally after this verdict. I felt like betrayed, you know? Yes, Hawk fan. Yes, it was. It was Kyle Vincent is his name. Um, we're gonna have more on that later. There's more to talk about. Like I mean, I don't want to go through all all the fine details in this because I don't have the information in front of me. Usually I'm in front of a computer, but right now I'm currently waiting for Bernie to get off of work. So I don't have all the material in front of me to because I want to be accurate with you guys. Like if I'm gonna report like I'm doing, I want to be completely accurate. I try to take feelings out, but I couldn't help it on the last stream. I know I went off and that's normally not like me. When I have my journalistic hat on, I I'm very cool, calm, and collective, and I ask the right questions at the right time. KDOT can attest to that, and my
Yep.
work is on my stream, so you can see some of that work. But in this case, KDOT, I felt really, I felt, I think the two things that I felt the most was betrayal and
Uh-huh.
embarrassment. I'm embarrassed for our
Mm.
country right now, KDOT. I mean, this is a blemish. This is definitely a blemish on our justice system, and it's incredibly disheartening that this guy is sitting there prone on the ground complying as best as he possibly could to every command that these officers were giving and he still got the beating of a lifetime. I
And
mean,
here's the thing, because um he had intent to, let me be very clear. He had intent to kill this guy. And the reason why I say that is because he said the officers were asking him what happened, and he was like, "Yeah, I was fucking wailing on this guy." This is from his mouth. And then he was just like, "Well, I would have shot him, but I didn't know if I had one in the chamber."
yeah. Well,
Um,
um by the way, I don't know if you could share this out, K Dot. We're going to be on for a little bit longer. If you're just joining, K Dot and I are discussing the not guilty verdict and the Kyle, not even the, see, I hate saying that, the Kyle Vincent trial. He's not on trial. It was Officer Hill, former Officer Hillbrandt or Hillcrest or, you know,
his name, I think it was Officer John Halbert.
Halbert. That's it. Halbert.
Yeah,
Former Officer Halbert, which now he's eligible to be rehired in Aurora, K Dot. So
yeah, sure
um,
is.
super disappointing. I mean, I don't I can't even tell you. Rosie in chat, nice to see you. The corruption goes all the way to the DA's offices. How does a voir dire end up with 90% white male jurors in a case like this? Well, technically speaking, the way our system is supposed to work, Rosie, is a jury of our peers. In this case, they got it right, right?
Yeah, they did.
Because the officer is a white guy. So there's a jury of his peers. It's basically 11 white people, one black person, um, deciding his fate. So the jury makeup was completely fair, and that's something that you know. Uh, I really, in my opinion, I really think that it should be blind, right? There
Yes.
should be the prosecutors and the defense team should not know what those jurors look like. All they should do is be able to hear them answer questions when they do the jury questionnaire, right? When they're questioning the jury and all that,
Right.
they're, in my opinion, they should not be able to look at those jurors' faces. Those jurors should be anonymous. If we want it to work the right way, then those jurors should be anonymous. So,
Um.
and there should be voice changers too. So that way, a prosecutor, for instance, can't pick, like if it's a white guy and they want to pick somebody that's black, they shouldn't have that ability to pick out, whether a person is black, white, brown, Mexican, whatever. They shouldn't even, that should not even be part of the jury process, right? So
Yeah.
that's something that we get completely wrong in this country, and it's why I've been an advocate for professional juries. I know I've had others that think otherwise, but to me, it's not working right now, and it needs to change. It needs to um it needs an overhaul. K dot. Our justice system needs a complete and utter overhaul. The way that we
Yeah.
do things, and you know where it starts, K dot. It
Uh-huh.
starts with the politicians. The politicians are the ones that create these laws that the judge and the lawyers and the juries and everybody has to follow, right?
Right.
So how can we have a system where the politicians take in money from donors and expect them to be unbiased, not in favor of the donors? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have a private prison system lobbying group that's handing a politician, and I may be guilty of it too if I were a politician of this nature. If somebody shows up to your house and they say, "Here's $50,000. I need you to vote this way for me," right? Are you not going to just take that free and clear $50,000 and vote that way? You see what I mean? That's what they do all the time. They take lobbying money and they create these laws that may be well intentioned, right? But they always have these side effects that affect even up to and including a jury. So so why do we allow that? Why is that an allowable thing in this country, that a politician can take money from a lobbying group and then expect to be unbiased? It's impossible, Kate. If somebody's I mean, if your employer, right? If
Mhm.
your employer is paying you money, they're expecting a service, right? Well, it's the same thing with a lobbyist. They go into a senator's office or a congressperson's office and they plop down a check for 50,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million, whatever the case is, and they say, "Here, we're donating to to your campaign, wink wink, right? And we're really hoping that you can see the value in voting this way, right?" So the person on the receiving end of that money obviously is gonna do everything in their power to vote in that fashion, right?
Mhm.
So so how can we as citizens sit here and expect anything less than repercussions from that? How can we expect not to have laws that have unintended or intended consequences for the citizens of this country? It's pathetic, and it really does need to change. Like, there needs to be accountability on that front too. And I know they have ethics community committees and all this shit, but you know what that is, KDOT? that's akin to the police saying, "We've investigated ourselves and we found nothing wrong." Right? How,
Exactly.
how many
Exactly.
times how many times have we've been through that rodeo, K dot, where we put in a complaint to IA, or someone else has put in a complaint to the police department, and it's come back, oh, we investigated that, and there was nothing wrong. The officer acted in good faith, and this case is closed. How many times have we done that, K dot? We've been through that rodeo before a million times.
Yep.
you know
Yep.
so in order to get to a place where we can confidently say that we don't have a corrupt system, or at least we have a way less corrupt system, we need to get rid of money in politics. It's as simple as that. If we can get rid of the money in politics, and also, here's a little bit of controversy for you here, Kate, and I'm wondering what you're thinking. I believe that we need to get rid of political parties. I think political parties are a dividing factor in this nation. You're either, for the most part, you're either a Republican or you're a Democrat, and nobody can be in between or have different ideas or think outside the box. We have to either be pegged as a Democrat on the left or a Republican on the right. How fair is that? It's not fair. It's not fair to the citizens of this country that we have to decide whether or not we're going to be a Democrat or Republican. And this is a good example. In the case of the presidency, we have to vote for the lesser of two evils. I'm a moral person and I don't want to vote for evil anymore. I don't know about you, K Dot, but I'm sick and tired of voting for evil, right? So why can't we get to the point where we're not voting for the lesser of two evils anymore? We're just voting for the person that seems like he means the most for our country, or the male or female that believes in the country and wants to do the people's will and not the Republicans' will or the Democrats' will. What do you think about that, K Dot? You there? Did I
You said,
lose
what
you?
do I? Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so what do you think about getting rid of political parties in this country, K Dot?
Well, I mean, yeah. Honestly, to tell you the truth, um, um, the main people who wrote the Congress, as far as um, I think it was, I don't know if it was Benjamin Franklin who said it. Said the two dividing parties will destroy a nation, and
Yeah,
so
the
yeah,
two-party system. That's what he
the
was
two the
referring
two
to.
party system will destroy the nation, and I mean this is the outcome from it. There needs to be multiple people uh having a party, and it really just needs to be about the people at the end of the day, the people
Yep.
party, and that's just
Rosie Ruiz says the main issue is capitalism. As long as we worship the dollar and equate it with power, the people will have no power. I couldn't agree with you more,
yeah.
Rosie Ruiz. I couldn't agree with you more. I think, there's that old saying, the root of all evil is money.
Yeah.
Money is the root of all evil, right? That's how the saying goes. What's up, Jules? Nice to have you in here. Carrie Ann, nice to have you here too. Mischief Managed, hello. Um,
Yeah, so I just think, at the end of the day, when it comes to this particular case, um, me and MLH, we will not tread lightly. We will show no mercy,
nope.
and um, we will also be having this conversation with Jeff as well because I want to know his insight on this. Um, because the only thing that I am worried about is when when the consent decree is lifted, and then what else, and that's why it's imperative that we get that oversight review board, the citizen oversight review board back and up and running. So
Yeah,
um, that needs to be the last falling piece before he departs and possibly goes to another department. So
yeah,
um, under court order, and I told him he needs to also do a poll, and he agrees as far as if they've seen any change in Aurora regarding this consent decree. So
yeah. Southern
so
Yankee, welcome to the chat. I'm talking with KDOT. We're Um, we're unbelievably disappointed in the jury's decision today, not guilty on all 5 counts in the case of former Aurora officer um, Halbert. This is a guy that This is a former officer that had Kyle Vincent on the ground prone and used the butt of his gun to bash his head until he had a big old knot on the side of his head, a cut on top of his head, a black eye, swollen eye. I mean, he really messed this guy up to. I'm thinking that he had a concussion and some other things, K. Dot. But I think he beat that
No,
guy.
they said no. Well, and this is where the doctors failed. But then again, if that's what they diagnosed, they got diagnosed. But they did state that he had no major bodily injuries, which I think hurt his case for sure.
But
Um,
that's the thing, Kate. That's a misconception because, I mean, nobody took the time to really look at his injuries. I mean, he was messed up, Kate. I mean, if
but
that guy
he
didn't
did
have,
heal. I will say,
yeah,
that's not the deciding fact, but he did heal pretty quickly.
well,
Um,
yeah. I mean, people have
but that's
different healing
but that's
times,
beside the fact. I'm just
right?
saying that
Yeah,
but he's also pretty young too, so he can do that. But again, this was utter bullshit. I wish the jury um found this person guilty um because he's just a joke, and we just got to be extra careful. We got our heads definitely got to be on the swivel, and again, he's going to hurt somebody. I think unfortunately, I hate to say it, but if he's in this capacity, the next thing is going to be death.
yeah,
Because if he got away with both of these, you have to understand, people. Before this whole case, he had another case. He was charged with a felony, for pulling out a shotgun on his roommate, and he was hit with felony charges, but they were able to get it to a misdemeanor.
yeah. We'll talk about that on another panel, Kate,
Yeah.
because
So
I think that's extremely important to know context, right? Nomfix says this is a really good comment here. We as a people need to put ethnicity and religion on the back burner and start treating each other like human beings before we are our own demise. I couldn't
I
agree
agree.
with you more. I couldn't agree with you
I
more.
agree.
Um, we have to unite. I mean, brown, black, white, poor, rich, even the rich people, we got to get them involved too because it seems like the only way to get anything done is to have money on your side, you know?
Well, here's the thing, MLH, and Ellie did bring up a good point. Female officer was found guilty of failure to intervene and sentenced to 6 months probation. And I know she has to be fucking like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Like, I got in trouble for not intervening, but he didn't get in trouble for actually doing the fucking act. Where's you know what I'm saying? Like what? I know she has to be fucking fuming.
Oh,
Again,
I would be
not
too.
excusing her act, not
Right,
excusing what she did, but
right.
I would feel some fucking type of way about um this other officer, because at the end of the day, he gets in trouble for doing the act, but I get in trouble for not intervening, not intervening of the act that he committed.
Yeah,
Like,
fuzzy pink handcuff says make it make sense. Fuzzy, I wish I had an answer for you. Normally I'm full of answers, right? I mean, I'm either full of shit or full of answers, right? But
right.
uh in this case I don't have any answers, Fuzzy. I really don't know what to say. I'm completely flabbergasted. I'm
Mhm. Mhm.
disappointed. I'm embarrassed. I mean, this is an embarrassment and a black eye on our justice system, and shit needs to change. But before we go on, You guys want a little bit of positivity? Kata, you want a little bit of positivity?
I'm always for positivity. I'm never
Okay,
gonna
I want to
reject
show you guys.
that.
I want to show you guys something. This is what I got with the last donations that I got. I don't know if can you see that? Wait, you see this thing? Do you know what this is? This little tank that I got here, this thermos looking thing that's not a thermos. It serves two purposes. It's a light. Hold on. I'm going to put on the light. See that? It's pretty bright.
That's definitely
um,
gonna come in handy when we're out there cop watching. So
yeah, but this is actually a little mini generator. It's it's for when we're out there cop watching or protesting or whatever we're doing, KDOT. People can plug it in, and this thing for one person, this thing could probably last you like a whole week. But for a few people, like if your battery gets drained or whatever, you plug it in, and it's a fast charging system, so you can get a little charge while you're out there with me, either on a cop watch. So KDOT, when we're out cop watching, you can plug this in if your phone dies, and you'll be charged in no time. And if like let's say I'm with Jay and the protesters over at the Scientology building, and somebody runs out of juice, well, here you go. And
and
I
and I also wanted to bring up a point real quick,
yeah
MLH. Uh, now doesn't mean that this guy still won't get sued because here's the thing. Brittany Gillum, none of the officers who uh unlawfully treated her like shit and her children, as far as having them face down uh on the hot pavement, which was excessive force, doesn't mean that they were not subjected to a lawsuit. So
yeah
Kyle still has a chance to sue these guys and sue this guy. So he's not out the woodworks completely yet. But yeah. So
yeah
just
because
wanted to
the
make
the
that point.
standards is a lot less in a civil case than it is a criminal case, right, KDOT?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick T says, "Has anyone got these guys chicken yet?" No, no one's bought his chicken yet, Mick T. You wanna buy his chicken? Feel free.
Hey Keeper, how
um,
you doing?
let's see. Yeah, civil and criminal are totally different. I know that.
Yep,
Um,
they are.
that charging thing, by the way, I don't know if you guys see this thing here. Maybe somebody can find a link for me, but you see that port? Let's see that yellow port there. Oh, we lost K dot. Wait, hold on. There. Uh, ah, the camera's like, what do I do here? Hold on. God damn it! Hold on. I'll do this. Hold on. Okay. You see this yellow thing right there? That's for a solar panel like charging thing. And I looked online and I can't find that particular. I know what that cord is. It's like it's got a specific number. But if someone were to find me a little fold up solar panel with that type of connection, send me a link in my email, mexicanlonghair@gmail.com, and I would greatly appreciate it because I want to have the ability to charge this thing while I'm out and about, like if I'm on a cop watch or I'm at the Scientology building or any myriad of things, a little mini solar panel that could charge this thing while I'm on the go instead of sucking the battery out of my car. It would be fantastic. Peaceful Drama, what's up? That's this is what you guys bought me with the donations that I got. I got roughly last month. I got roughly almost 200 in donations. So I bought this and another charger, which I'll show you guys here. This is like the old one that I had. I gave my old one to Bernie, and I bought this one. It's fantastic. But I bought the other one because it's a nice thing to carry inside my car. It's not super big. And it's going to help when I'm with other people, like if they need charging and stuff, and it also has a light on it, which is fantastic. So that's what this is. It's like a charger. It's a big like little mini generator, and that's what you guys' donations bought for me last month. So there you go. That's I mean I normally put back what I get into stuff that can help me do what I do. So anytime that you guys donate anything, it gets spent well. It never goes to stupid stuff, you know. I mean, every once in a while I'll buy lunch or something if somebody tells me that that's what they want me to do with the money. Um, but most of the times I'm thinking of ways to improve, anything I can on this journey. So if you're wondering, that's what that is. CT, welcome. Is that a Jackery? I've used a similar power bank before. Really helps while camping and long road trips. Yes, that's what it is. It's just a bit little mini generator thing, and it's really cool. I just wish I could get a solar panel for it. Jen, welcome. Nice to have you here. And by the way, thank you for coming in, Peaceful Drama. I use them to power my Halloween decorations in my truck at Halloween. That's awesome. Thank you, Rosie. I really appreciate it, and I love you too. What model is that? Okay, this is an Anchor. Let me tell you the model if I can find it. Anchor 548 power bank. It's a Power Core Reserve 192 watts. Polly, welcome. Nice to have you here. Um, but yeah, it's really nifty, and it's got a really nice display. It's got an SOS setting on, like if you're camping or something, but I don't know if you see that display. It's got a digital display. I still got 90% capacity in it, so it's really cool. And I can't thank you guys enough. I'm happy that I could do something that would you know would enhance you guys' experience and mine. Um, I normally don't ever um, do anything for personal reasons on the stream, but on the channel. But I thought that was a very, very cool thing to do, and I thought you guys would be proud of that. So there you go. Bernie's almost here.
No, I'm not. I
You're
got like 10 more minutes.
okay. She's got 10 more minutes, so I'm with you guys for another 10. What do we got here? Yep, Anchor 548 power bank, Patrick. Thank you for writing that. And by the way, welcome, Patrick. Nice to have you here. I really appreciate you being in here. No, and you went down, Paulie. You're sneaky. You went down to 250 now. It was 500. I don't know. Just saying that number should probably go up, not down, right? Not gonna happen, Paulie. I just simply can't do it. Maui, welcome. Nice to have you here. Jules, I don't know if I said hi to you, but hi. Um, I'm just incredibly disappointed, guys and gals. I'm disappointed. I'm embarrassed at the the verdict in the Officer Halbert trial, the former Officer Halbert's trial, for beating the crap out of Kyle Vincent. KDOT's channel has more details on that case and the body cam footage and all that stuff that you guys can see. Um, Maybe Alan B. That would be cool. Let's see. What else am I missing here? Um, I don't know what else to say, guys and gals. I'm a lot more calmer than I was on the last stream. I'm actually kind of embarrassed, and I probably should put that stream on private. Because I'm normally not that fired up and pissed off at things, but I was a little pissed and a little disappointed. Like I said, I was embarrassed, and um, I just can't believe that guy got away with what he got away with. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate that. Um, I have a solar hand crank emergency weather radio charger. That's cool, Pup Groomer. I need to get one of those. That's actually pretty important. Um, leave what? What am I leaving? Nothing wrong with raw emotion. I know, Jules, but I am kind of embarrassed about it because I'm never really like that, and I don't want to give people the wrong impression that all I am is just a Mexican ball of anger. I could just see the haters like right now, just saying, "Oh, you got so much anger in you, and so much malice, and of course you are the way that you are with the cops because you hate everybody and everything, and you hate every cop." And I've heard it all a dozen times before, but it is slightly embarrassing, and I just I really feel like like that's not me, and that's I try to keep a cooler head, and I try to do things a little differently than most people, but I am human. I do have emotions. I do bleed like everybody else. I feel like everybody else. I feel pain. I feel anger. I feel, you know, I do have all those emotions. But uh yeah, I'm in Denver, CT. I didn't see your comment. F the haters. Anger's a gift. Yeah, I know. Anger is a gift, right, Rosie? I do like that song, and actually, it does mean a lot. I can't get my hat straight in the picture. um, Anger is a gift sometimes, but in this case, I just feel like people could use it to my disadvantage, and I don't like that. I don't like when I'm on a cop watch, for instance, and I use foul language, and I get upset when a cop does wrong. People use it against me all the time. You're so angry. Why are you so angry? If you weren't so angry, they wouldn't have treated you that way, or any myriad of things. If you get in trouble and you get to a jury, the jury's going to totally throw out your case because you were so angry. And I understand those things. I get them, but like you said, Rosie, anger sometimes is a gift, and I truly believe that. And if you're not angry at some point in your life, then you're oblivious to what's going on around you, right? If you aren't upset at what your politicians are doing, or the judges, or the lawyers, or the police, or you know if you aren't upset at the way that a movie was made, or whatever you're upset at, then and you have every right to be. It's your opinion, as long as you're not oppressing someone else with that opinion, and causing them harm, then I don't I mean, you know I'm trying to talk myself into keeping that stream up, guys. I don't know. Oh man. You shout at the TV, Alan, especially during football season or soccer season, right, Alan? Pippi Longstocking, I had the same kind of day, MLH. Tell me about it, Pippi. What happened with you? Good example of Streets LA. He seems to keep a cool head, and I see the benefits. Yeah, I'm like that for the most part, Rosie. I mean, I do get pushed to a certain extent, and especially with cops. K Dot and I are basically mirrors, right? We reflect what we get, and um, I try. Honestly, I try, guys, to keep a cool head, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen sometimes, and it is what it is. But I'm glad that you guys were here to help me, talk me off the ledge, so to speak, and work through these issues. I mean, I have these issues just like everybody else, right? Those moments where you go through and you contemplate things, and you worry about things, or you're elated, or whatever. I go through all of that, and this is just one of those times. Um, Oh, Nomfic, would you mind, Nomfic, would you mind just copying and pasting that into an email and sending it to me, mexicanlonghair@gmail.com? Because that might be exactly what I need. Does it have the right cable for that unit? Because if it does, then that might be exactly what I need. We aren't robots. I agree with you, Julie. Jules. I shout at the TV when the Yankees lose, Polly. Well, they did a lot of that last year, right, Polly? Nomfic, run about $89. Okay, cool, man. If you could please just give me the link or just that information in email form, that would be awesome. Brick Mama, thank you. I appreciate you. Maui. People need to have an open mind and not jump to conclusions. I totally have a deep respect for Streets, and he led me to you. Never thought I'd become such an advocate. Thank you, Maui. I really, really appreciate that. And I do like Street's work. I think Street does some really, really great work. Thank you, Jen, for putting in that link. That means a lot to me. I'm ready to go to bed, and hopefully tomorrow will be better. What happened, Pippi? If you want to email me, Pippi, maybe we can email together. Thank you, Polly. Appreciate that. Thank you, Rosie. Nunya, thanks for being in here. I'm gonna actually wrap up, guys. You know what could really help me, guys? Just word of mouth. Tell other people that you know this stream and the one before isn't really indicative of what I do, and you know, word of mouth is going to help this channel grow. It's the only way this channel is going to grow. You know, I do appreciate all the super chats, the Venmos, the Cash Apps, the PayPals, all that stuff. I mean, it means a lot. Every little penny makes a big difference in my life. I don't make a lot of money. Lately, it's been going up a little bit, so I'll you know, I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I make, but it's, you know, it's a little something that helps me buy stuff like this. So I appreciate it. But I want to thank you guys just for being here and being supportive. And if you don't have money, I understand. Just hitting that like button, that's a big thing. Being here in the streams, being in the chats, supporting everybody else in the communities like Jay from Scientology Audits. That's really cool. Ellie, is there anybody else that's live streaming that you know, we can send people over to? You know, feel free to put that link in there. If anybody has anybody that they want us to do a room raid on, that would be really excellent. That would be really, really cool. Thank you, Jules, for being here. Alan B, thank you so much, Alan. You know, Alan, I was going through all my old emails on the channel, and you were one of the first person to reach out to me, and I'm so happy to have a friend overseas, and I'm happy to call you my friend, Alan. I really appreciate you, and I think we've grown a really good friendship over the years, and I want that to continue until one of us kicks the bucket, buddy. So I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I want to thank you guys. You guys are awesome. There's the link. Hit that link. I'm not going to do, I already did the mental health speech in the middle of this stream, so I'm not going to inundate you guys with that, but I think it's really important. The number is 988 in North America. If you're overseas, make sure you just type in mental health help in a browser of your choice, and there's a myriad of options there. Click on any of them. They'll get you connected with somebody that can help you out through your mental anguish, your mental pain. I've been there. I've experienced that before in my life. Mental health is super important. So anyways, there's the links right there. Make sure you guys tell them that the MLH sent you, and you're part of the Monster Squad, because that's what we are. We're the Monster Squad here. And there's a rumor that there may or may not be some merch coming really soon that's related to Monster Squad and MLH, Monster Squad type stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Just keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are fantastic. I love you all. And until the next video, click on that link right down there, the one that Ellie for Davy Miscavige, Davy Mismanage or Mismange. Click on that and tell them we sent you. Yeah, maybe, Paulie, maybe some wigs. I know you need them. Rick Mama, thank you so much for being here. Love you. Thank you so much. Um, Nompic, thank you so much. Send me the link for your email address. It's Mexican Longhair at gmail.com. Ellie put it in there. Thank you so much. HCO said he's going to start wearing sunglasses over his glasses so he can be cool like you. I know it's not the most coolest thing in the world, but it works for me. I don't know. It's always worked for me. And I have to have these sunglasses even at night, guys. So you'll see me wear these at night most of the time too. It's just the lights and stuff, and I get cluster headaches. So, anyways, peace out, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Tell them I sent you. Later, everybody.